pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. Two.
Please remove all non-religious headgear. Please prepare yourselves for prayer. Dear Lord, we thank you that you have allowed us to have the necessary means to gather together today. We thank you for the sun in the sky, which we gaze upon. We thank you for the ground at our feet, which we tread upon. We thank you for the rain and for the snow, which nourish the world so that it may bloom again. We ask that you would give us wisdom to know when to speak and when we should listen. We ask your blessing as we continue through our day and through this ceremony. Amen.
Well, good evening, Scouters. Thanks for the opportunity to share some thoughts with you. The Scout Executives Minute is going to be broken into two parts this evening, and the committee has asked me to offer some reflections on who we are and what we do, particularly given the times and what we face together as a team. This backdrop behind me is fun. It's of the first banquet of the Northern Star Council as we were wrapping up our first full program year. Those who've been around for 15 years or more will recognize International Market Square, and there's our first logo up there on the screen, which was tweaked a little bit to change with the times. And there was lots of excitement in the room, excitement and fear. Fear about whether or not we would lose things that had been important in a time of great change. Fear about whether or not we had the right reasons for implementing change. But also excitement. There was so much work to be done, and Scouters are people who like to just dive in and dig into it and make their mark and leave a legacy. And so there was much work to be done, and we were excited about it. The possibilities seemed endless. Two large councils, as compared to our peers across the country, were coming together under the theory of 1 + 1 would equal 3. Looking back, I think it has. Hopefully, nearly everyone thinks that it has, but it's difficult to measure because you only move forward in time. You can't know what other paths would have brought. We, at the time, were the 5th largest council by most measures. Everybody defines success a little bit differently, but by measures of membership or budget size or percentage of kids who go to camp or our annual retention rate or percentage of young men at that time who would earn the Eagle rank, we were somewhere around 5th largest, in the top 10. And yet there was a growing awareness of a pretty long stretch of years of market share decline. Our membership had expanded to become co-ed, expanded to include more grade levels. And so the raw numbers were only just beginning to also decline. But there'd been a long change in America of membership-based organizations, whether it's churches or service clubs or youth-serving organizations, and today even youth sports. We were also embroiled in controversy, and so nothing, the more things change, the more they stay the same, and change. Change comes with those things. It had better. Today, we are generally the largest in most measures, or right up there, and the dust is still settling on some of those metrics, but we are the largest camping program. We are the largest council budget. We're the second largest balance sheet deployed on behalf of young people through scouting. So we've had fantastic retention, but it's a declined retention. We've had great new member recruiting this last year, but it's a much smaller percentage, or raw number even, of new youth recruiting. But we're doing better. We're positioned well to survive and thrive on the other side if we make the right strategic decisions. And that's because we remember who we are and what we do. It's because, in my opinion, of a focus on mission before metrics. They're all important, but we can't let go of mission. Who are we and what do we do? That's part 2. Thank you.
Thank you, John, and I look forward to hearing part 2 in your Scoutmaster Minute in the closing of our event this evening. Greetings, Scouts, Scouters, friends, and families of Northern Star Scouting. My name is Donna Larson, and I serve as the chair of this year's Council Volunteer Recognition Event Committee. Welcome and thank you for joining us this evening. Many Scouting volunteers and professionals have put in countless hours of work into bringing this event to you. I would like to give a special thanks to the committee and to Ben Coder, who served as a professional staff advisor. I would also like to thank you. Thank you for the commitment as a volunteer or your role in supporting our volunteers as a friend or family member. Your efforts and support make Northern Star Scouting one of the premier youth programs in the nation. Tonight, we recognize just a sample of our great Scouting community volunteers and Scouts. Now grab some popcorn, wrap in your coziest blanket, and settle in for the night celebration. Following our program tonight only, you can remain online where you will see a link to congratulate the Silver Beavers. On that note, let me introduce and hand the evening over to MCs Brian Dowdy and Mary Wongren.
Thank you, Donna. And thank you, John. And how about that Sam?
He was terrific.
That was awesome.
Did you know he is a 4-star recipient of the religious emblems of his faith?
No.
Yes, that was a really terrific thing to have him be able to do for us tonight.
That was so cool. You know, it's great to have you here.
I am so excited,
I am
Brian.
too.
We
I
have
am
a really
too.
fun night ahead.
It is, when I think ahead to tonight, and just the sheer number of Scouting volunteers that we're going to recognize and Scouts. I'm really excited.
And to hear about their accomplishments.
Yes.
I mean, we're talking one end of the spectrum to a completely opposite end of things that they do not only in Scouting, but outside of Scouting.
Exactly.
And I'm so excited that you're going to learn about some new people and their activities.
It's going to be great. And with that,
Yes.
let's go ahead and start and recognize our first Silver Beaver recipient.
And that's going to be Katie Detman.
Okay.
And one thing I don't know if you know about Katie is the fact that she has done some international scouting. She grew up in Norway as well as Indonesia, and she's going to share a little bit about that when she
How
talks.
cool is that?
Yes, I'm very excited. Katie currently serves as an assistant scoutmaster with Troop 111 in Lakeville. At the pack level, Katie served as a den leader, the committee chair, and a cub master. She has also served her district as the Cub Scout Roundtable Commissioner for 7 years. For Northern Star Scouting, Katie served as an assistant scoutmaster for the 2019 World Scout Jamboree. Katie has attended adult leader training at Philmont Training Center, where she was also invited to help instruct 2 Cub Scout leader courses. Katie played a key role in helping to revise the latest Blue training syllabus and the Desired Outcomes program. Katie's love for scouting began overseas when she joined Girl Scouts in the 1st grade. Katie and her daughter are also involved in Girl Scouts. For several years, their group of Girl Scouts steadily increased in size. Outside of scouting, Katie is a volunteer coach for Moms on the Run. And for the past 8 years, Katie has helped for this organization to manage a year-round outdoor programming, organize and facilitate team building activities, and she keeps members engaged through fun and creative challenges. Presenting the Silver Beaver Award this evening to Katie is her son, Alden Detman. Congratulations, Katie.
Thank you, Mary.
What an honor it is to have you a part of this year's 2021 Silver Beaver class.
It really has left me speechless.
Is there anything that we don't know about you that you would like to share?
One thing we haven't talked about that's really important to me is my experience at the Philmont Leadership Challenge. So this was at a time when I had started a new job. My oldest son had switched schools. I actually hadn't been working for a long time, so it was very chaotic in our lives at home. And I went out to Philmont Leadership Challenge, and I had a lot of internal baggage to deal with. And learning about servant leadership in a place like Philmont and the people I met there, it was a very life-changing moment. It's kind of indescribable because I feel like just everything coming together in that environment really taught me a lot about who I want to be and how to make that happen. I think that, if you liked Wood Badge, if you didn't, it's a completely different experience because it elevates it. You're in the back country. You're in Philmont, which is amazing. And I think that everybody still has more personal internal growth that they can do. And this is a great way to step you forward in that.
I want to say thank you very much for coming today,
Thank you,
letting
Mary.
us be a part of your scouting.
Thank you. I'm really honored, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my family. So.
That's terrific. Thank you very much.
Wow, that was a great interview with
What'd
Katie.
you think?
That was great. What she had to say about Philmont.
I know it. It's what an impact it made on her life. But I know what you're thinking.
What about her childhood experiences in Indonesia and Norway?
I know, but you know what? Those are this was just a part of a full interview that each of the recipients had. And people will be able to see them at a later time.
All right, so make sure you go and take a look at these longer interviews. We'll provide a link a little bit later. All right, so let's go on and talk about our next Silver Beaver recipient.
And yes, I think we should. It's Nick Fashing, and he has some wonderful things to share with us.
Fantastic. Nick was recruited to the Unit Commissioner Corps when he was working his Wood Badge ticket. From there, he became an Assistant District Commissioner, and he accepted the role of District Commissioner, which he now serves in for District M. Prior to serving at the district level, Nick was a unit leader at PAC 3301 in Chaska and Scoutmaster for Troop 3337 in Victoria. Nick has also served as an Assistant Scoutmaster for the Council contingent to the 2019 World Jamboree. Nick is Wood Badge trained and is also on staff for the upcoming 2021 fall course. Nick is an accomplished musician. Many Sundays he can be found playing acoustic guitar at St. Bernard's Church in Cologne or at Guardian Angels in Chaska. Nick started a new veterans organization, Flags in Honor of Minnesota. In addition, Nick has played taps on Memorial Day and Veterans Day and for over 40 military funerals. Nick owns a portable climbing wall that has been used at many local scouting events, and with vertical grip, Nick also helps organize various youth events through their community outreach activities. Nick was instrumental in organizing a scouting fair at Ridgedale Mall that helped showcase scouting to the community. The Silver Beaver Award is presented by scouting friend Donna Larson.
Congratulations, Nick.
Thank you.
It's great and an honor to have you a part of the 2021 Silver Beaver class for the Northern Star Scouting.
Thank you. I'm honored.
I also hear that you're somewhat of a music man.
Yeah, so the story on that, I do like music. I do play trumpet. In high school, I played trumpet. Guitar, I got 12-string bass guitar, and I play a little piano. But how I got into the music was unknown fact for most people is that my dad was actually in a band for 15 years.
Well, now I understand now, with your dad being a trumpet player, and you were a trumpet player, when your father passed, you also had the opportunity of playing taps at his funeral.
Yeah, so he was in the service. My dad was in the service. And we asked the local veteran organization if they would have an honor guard for him. And I knew some of these members that were from the town when I grew up,
Right.
the dads. So, and I asked them if I could play taps for my dad's funeral. And they said, sure, sounds good. So just the unselfish act of these veterans, honor guard, coming out to, a person that's been in the military, in the service, and being there for them, I offered to them, if you ever need a bugle player, from now on, just let me know, I'll be there. So since then, I've been bugling for that organization and other organizations that need a bugler.
Thank you so much and congratulations.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Way to go, Nick.
Nice
it's
job.
always amazing the things that these recipients can do.
I know.
Nick's ability with the bugle, the trumpet.
I know. What I find fascinating is the fact that he is continuing his father's legacy. Well, his father was a part of Wally Pickles' polka band.
Wally Pickles Polka Band.
That's right.
Okay.
You'll find out more if you watch those extended interviews.
Fantastic. They are just amazing. You know, we've been talking about our Silver Beaver recipients, but we're going to take a little bit of a break here now, and we are going to talk about some other wonderful recipients in our council that have received the District Award of Merit. The District Award of Merit is a council award presented by districts in the same manner that the Silver Beaver is a national award presented by councils. The award is available to Scouters who render service of an outstanding nature at the district level. It is made available annually on the basis of one for each 25 traditional units. A nominee must have rendered noteworthy service to youth, both inside and outside of Scouting. We are pleased to announce that the following 33 Scouters have been selected to receive the District Award of Merit for their service to Scouting and their districts. Tyler Akins, Angel Broughton, Danelle Dalton, Kevin Dietz, Bob Dory, John Dwyer, Richard Gettner, Char Gerard, Tony Harvey, Mark Hartman, Trina Hilke, Janine Hucker, Nikki Johnson, Charlie Jones, Jeff Jurek, Wendy Jurgensen, Scott Kurtz, Tracy Legoo, Alan Madison, Sarah Marie Malowitz, Melissa Manuel, Don Morose, Andy Murphy, Corey Needleman, Nicole Knapp, Andrew Nelson, Lori Nelson, Dave Nazal, Lonnie Olson, Brian Peterson, Carolyn Solheim, Megan Westmoreland, and Lori Whitsitt. Congratulations to our District Award of Merit recipients. Congratulations, all the recipients of the District Award of Merit.
I think it's wonderful. This year, they're all having all new districts that we're all a part of, and we already have recipients of that District Award of Merit.
That is so neat. You know, what I think of is every time I hear this, I can't wait to hear what the future is for these distinguished Scout leaders. And maybe we'll be able to talk about them as a Silver Beaver recipient in the future.
That would be really great, wouldn't it?
It would. And speaking of Silver Beaver recipients,
next.
Let's go on to our next one.
Okay, I think it's Leslie Dabrowski.
I think you're right. Leslie currently is serving as the District Commissioner for District J. In the past, she has served as a leader in a pack, a troop, and a crew, even after her sons had attained the rank of Eagle Scout and had long since left the units. At the district level, Leslie is the co-advisor for the Membership and Elections Committee for her local Order of the Arrow chapter. She also has helped support chapter-sponsored social events, camporees, conclaves, and other special events. She has participated in the annual Spring Work Party at Rum River Scout Camp. As the District Scouting Awareness Chair, she has also developed a program to foster unit and youth involvement and recruitment in local community festivals and local parades. Leslie is a longtime volunteer with the Coon Rapids VFW. She has assisted with local parades and their annual community picnics. She actively recruits the youth in her community to assist in these events. She has volunteered with her local church, Anoka United Methodist, and is involved in their food shelf and bell ringing campaigns to support the Salvation Army. The Silver Beaver Award is presented to Leslie by fellow Scouter Pam Smith.
Hi, Leslie. Hi, Mary.
Thank you for being here today.
Oh, it's such an honor.
Being part of the Marines and your husband being part of the Marines, I understand that you're active in your VFW, a local VFW.
In Coon Rapids.
In Coon Rapids. So tell me some of the stuff that you do with the VFW to have that chapter as well as your scouts interacting together.
Well, they have certain events that they like to do annually. They have a picnic in August, and they always need help with that, you know, setting up, tearing down, you know, all the logistics and everything with that. And we also have several different parades that we try to participate in as well. And then of course there's always the helping with cleaning up and raking and the whole effort of doing that, because there's a lot of oak trees. So this is a huge help to the VFW, and they so appreciate that.
I bet they do.
They do.
And do you have a lot of...
And we appreciate them.
Well, yes, and I bet it's fun for the youth to have the opportunity of maybe some of the older members that might have stories or remember when they were scouts, and they reflect on that.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Whenever we get together, whether it's raking or at a parade or just for a campfire, there's a lot of stories being shared. And especially our younger youth are just really in awe of these longtime scouters that come back to visit and help out. And they're amazed that they're still coming around because they love it so much, because they believe in the program.
Right. Thank you for the opportunity to spend some time with you today.
Thank you, Mary.
And congratulations again.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Leslie. You know, it's always uplifting when I hear from a veteran and how they continue to pay forward service, you know, by volunteering with the VFW, American Legion, or other service clubs. Matter of fact, I'd like to give a little shout out to the veterans of the Northern Star Council and all of the contributions that you've made.
Thank you very much. And speaking of veterans, our next Silver Beaver recipient is another vet, and his name is John Lewis.
John currently serves as a district commissioner for District K. He has held volunteer positions at the PAC, troop, and district levels. At the district level, he has assisted with multi-troop recruiting events within his district, and also with a multitude of camporees, spookery, Klondike derbies, Webelos in the woods, and scouting for food. Most notably, John served as a Wood Badge course director in 2014. John is a longtime parishioner of First Church of God in Christ in Minneapolis. He is chairman of their Deacons Board and the Board of Trustees. For over 10 years, he has taught adult Sunday school as well as leading their youth Bible study group. John is a 30-year veteran of the National Guard and Army Reserves. He retired as Chief Warrant Officer 3. His service record includes 13 achievement medals, 7 service ribbons, including 2 for overseas service, 2 Army Commendation Medals, and a Meritorious Service Award. The Silver Beaver Award is presented this evening to him by his wife, Lynn Lewis.
Congratulations, John. How
Thank
does
you.
scouting had an impact on you and your family?
Well, I think for my wife, I appreciate her allowing me to, to be in there. Now, let's just face it, a spouse is a big part of everything you do as an adult, and you have to keep them involved. I think my son, I think it was rewarding for him because he got an opportunity to go all the way up to Eagle Scout. And when he went to interview for college and stuff like that, I know that helped him out there. But especially trying to, get his first couple of jobs, they looked at that and they asked him questions about his Eagle project, how did he do it there? And I believe that gave him an edge up on obtaining those jobs. He has had no problem getting jobs, but now he's at a job now that I think he'll be there for a while. In fact, he's at the same company that I work at, but I had nothing to do with getting him into the job there. And in fact, he's doing something different. I'm in technology, and he's a buyer at the company where I work at.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for all that you've done for Scouting and will continue to do for Scouting.
Good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good to see you again.
You too. Thank you.
Yes.
Wow. Thank you, John, again, for your service to your units, to your church, to the military. We have got some amazing volunteers.
I think the best of the best.
Yes, yes.
But did you know that there are other awards that are out there that are as unique as the Silver Beaver? They are national awards given on the council level.
I know I'm going to be talking about one tonight.
And I am going to be talking about another.
Why don't you present that?
Okay.
The Torch of Gold is a council-level distinguished award of the Boy Scouts of America. It recognizes one adult per council for exceptional service and leadership in working with Scouts with disabilities within a unit, district, and/or the council. The service can range from developing and incorporating special accommodations, providing advocacy to promoting awareness of disabilities and special needs among Scouts, Scout leaders, or the community that they serve. Tonight, we have the honor of presenting Northern Star Council's Torch of Gold Award to Catherine Severson.
Mary, I learned something tonight.
That's pretty fun.
And so rare. That
is a very rare.
An honor.
I know, because when you think about those Scouts out there that do the things that they do, it's great that we can reward them.
It really is.
Show our appreciation.
Let's move on
Okay.
to our next Silver Beaver recipient.
Okay, and I believe that's Bev Berweg.
Yes. Bev is the co-scoutmaster for the boys and girls of Troop 384 out of Ridgefield. In addition to this role, Bev is registered as an associate crew advisor and is a Sea Scout mate. Currently, Bev also serves as an assistant district commissioner and will serve as the senior patrol leader for this upcoming spring Wood Badge course. Bev has helped in the past as a versatile volunteer on Grey Wolf, the College of Commissioner Service, University of Scouting, and the International Scouting Committee. Bev has served as an international scout leader for the 2015 World Jamboree, as well as an adult contingent leader for the Council's 2017 National Jamboree Venturing Unit. In addition to scouting, Bev generously volunteers in her community. She was a booster for the Elk River Boys Swim Team and the Rogers High School Girls Swim Team. She volunteers for the Cross Food Shelf and works with their Kid Pack program in Rogers, Minnesota. Bev was also a member of the Rogers Elementary School PTO, active with a homeschool co-op, and a member of Rotary International. The Silver Beaver Award is presented tonight by her daughter, Lauren Berwig.
Congratulations, Bev.
Thank you, Mary.
How has Scouting, as a leader, has it been any different watching you and developing your son as an Eagle as it has been watching and developing and working with your daughter, who is also an Eagle Scout?
Yes. In the case of my two kids, my son is on the autism spectrum, and so helping him through his scouting experience involved a lot of proactive involvement from me. But with my daughter, she's very independent, and so it was a completely different experience. So
it can be done both ways.
Yes, and in the same family. And I guess like the 2 cents I would have to say about that is it's sometimes hard to like look at how a family is functioning in supporting their scout. And a lot of times we need to give grace to people who do things a different way than the way we would do it, because we don't know their family circumstances and what makes their way right for them.
Nice. Thank you so much for all that you do for Scouting, and thank you for being here today, and what an honor it is to have you a part of the Silver Beaver class this year.
Well, thank you, Mary.
Congratulations, Bev. Wasn't that amazing?
That's just amazing.
And congratulations to her 2 children for earning their Eagle.
2 Eagle Scouts.
Yes.
Fantastic.
You know what? I've got something I got a hint about.
What's that?
Did you know that Bev was a lifeguard?
Okay.
And she was a lifeguard who served at an international jamboree.
And where did you find that out?
I found it out by those extended interviews.
Interviews. Aha. You know, we talked about that earlier. And now should we show them where they can see those extended interviews?
I think it would be really important.
All they have to do is go right here, follow this link, and you can see the extended interviews. So I want to segue now into our next Silver Beaver recipient.
Okay.
And it does segue nice after Bev's, because this is a recipient that has also worked with children with special needs. And not only that, talking about interviews, I actually got to interview. Take a look.
Dee is an assistant scoutmaster and unit committee member for Troop 71 in Woodbury. Dee has held positions at the district level as a training chair, committee vice chair, and district chair. She's also a member of Northern Star Council's President's Cabinet and training team. When her son was diagnosed with juvenile diabetes, she became an advocate for healthy meal planning. Dee is also a patient teacher. Her skill set fosters acceptance, especially working with scouts with learning disabilities and special needs. Outside of scouting, Dee has participated in 4 mission trips to Jamaica affiliated with King of Kings Lutheran Church in Woodbury, along with each of her 3 sons. In addition to her mission trips, she belongs to a community Bible study group that makes fleece mittens that are then donated to those in need. And she also serves on the mission event and prayer shawl teams at her church. Dee serves on a committee supporting the St. Croix Valley Family Resource Center's development of youth homeless drop-in shelters in Washington County. They provide the counseling to youth in the areas for job applications, securing housing, tutoring, support for gas and food, and identifying housing in a safe environment. The Silver Beaver is awarded by her sons, Eagle Scouts Joel and Cole Grandstrom.
Welcome to the 2021 class of Silver Beavers.
Thanks so much, Brian. I'm really excited and surprised.
What's the most important point of the Scout Law? If this was your board review and I asked you the same question, how would you answer it?
I've asked that question before. I'd actually revert back to the whole coaching thing that I talked about earlier. I'd say helpful, because truly a volunteer, which is what I am, what we are, we're volunteers, and a volunteer is there to help. That is, in my mind, the definition. Now, it's not really easy to pick one, but I really, really believe, as do a lot of fellow Scouters and Scouts, believe that they're kind of all tied together. I mean, you can't be helpful without being compassionate or kind or courteous. So they go together, and that's what I'm here to do, help.
Well, hey, again, this has been such a pleasure to get to know you just a little bit better. And again, congratulations on your Silver Beaver Award. Well deserved.
Thank you so much, Brian.
That Dee is so busy in scouting.
I am so happy that I got to meet her through your interview.
Well, thank you.
You're
It was a pleasure. And did you know that Dee is also the mother of 2 Eagle Scouts?
No, I did not. Congratulations, Dee.
And speaking of Eagle Scouts, so
Yes.
we've been recognizing a number of our adult Scouters and volunteers. But we also want to recognize some Eagle Scouts.
Yes, we do. We definitely do, and we want to recognize them. Tonight, we are going to be recognizing 3 Eagle Scouts who are going to be receiving the Eagle Scout Scholarship.
So exciting.
It is. There's about 24 on the council that are going to be receiving the scholarship, but tonight we're going to be hearing about the top 3. They were the 3rd place, 2nd, and 1st place selection. They are going to be receiving a monetary dollar of $3,000 for the 3rd, $3,000 for the 2nd, and $5,000 for the 1st. Wow. Eagle scholarships are based on academics, scouting, as well as community volunteer work. So tonight, let's hear about our first recipient.
This year's Eagle Scout of the Year, 3rd place finalist, and $3,000 scholarship recipient is Leif Clarkvist, Troop 9297. Leif has served as the captain of his cross-country and track team, and also played on the basketball team. He was his speech team captain. He played clarinet on the 2020 All-State Band and served on Cub Scouts summer camp staff. He'll be attending Northwestern University and is interested in pursuing science and the environment.
What an impressive young man.
Congratulations. Gives me shivers.
Me
I'm
too.
sorry.
No, I just love that. All right, let's move on now.
Okay.
To our next Silver Beaver recipient.
Okay.
And that is
Mark Foray.
Mark Foray.
I don't know if you know this, but Mark was a little bit of a hobo at one point in his life.
A hobo?
Let's watch and see if he shares.
All right.
Mark currently serves as Assistant Scoutmaster at Troop 434 in White Bear Lake, where he also served as a Scoutmaster. During his troop tenure, he helped organize and attend 5 trips to Philmont, 7 trips to Oak Pick, 2 treks to Sea Base, and a 50-miler BWCA canoe trip. As a youth, Mark attained the rank of Eagle Scout, was captain of his high school swimming team, and was a member of the National Honor Society. Mark is an avid outdoorsman and athlete, regularly participating in triathlons. He uses his outdoor expertise to counsel several outdoor and environmentally focused merit badges. Mark is a research assistant for the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency. He regularly teaches and mentors postgraduate students doing environmental research. In his community, Mark served as a baseball coach for many years in Matamidi for 2 teams simultaneously. And as a coach, he was revered for his leadership and emphasis on sportsmanship. The Silver Beaver Award is presented by his scouting associate and fellow troop leader, Antone Gregory.
Hello and congratulations.
Oh, thanks, Mary.
What an honor. You have an amazing history, and I just can't wait to jump into it. An individual doesn't always understand what Scouters experience. I mean, we all joke about 1 hour a month or a week or a day that we are involved in scouting and how much does this pay, and family members will say, what? You're not getting paid, right? But we get paid by the youth that we serve.
It's so well put. You know, when I'm at work, I will sometimes say to other people I know, you know, the most important work I do is with the scout troop that I'm involved with. And they look at me a little bit quizzically, like, well, that's a nice thing to say. But I say, no, I absolutely mean that. It is a privilege, really a privilege, to be able to be involved with young men and now young women in a scout troop in ways that influence them in ways that I don't think I could otherwise.
Right.
This is not a job. It is a wonderful experience.
It is.
And as you see young people get older and develop as leaders in their own right, and develop their skills and mature as individuals, it's magic. It is absolutely magic, and it is really the best use of one's time that I ever imagine. really.
Thank you so much for being a part of this Silver Beaver group, because you put a new definition to the term Silver Beaver.
Oh, well, thank you very much, Mary.
All right, Mark has done some amazing things, but all through that, I'm trying to connect
Where was the
why you
hobo
called him a
part?
hobo. What's the
Okay.
hobo?
Extended interview.
Extended interview, of course.
You guys all want to see those extended interviews, don't you? That's the good stuff.
All right, Phil, give us a little tease. What about it?
Well, what he did was he took time off from being a student at the University of Minnesota, where he also was on the U of M swim team. He and a buddy hopped rail, went all the way up to Alaska, and then you got to go to the extended interview.
I'm going. Oh, that's amazing. That is so great.
I know.
You know, one thing that kind of stood out for me was his last statement in that interview that you had, that short one, about how scouting is magical. And it's a good segue into our next Silver Beaver recipient.
Yes.
John Kirchel, otherwise known as Kirch.
Kirch.
You'll see why.
Yes, he likes his magic.
Yes.
John, better known as Kirch, currently serves as Scoutmaster for Troop 3490 in Rockford. During John's adult scouting tenure, he has served in many adult leader positions. Youth are magnetized by John's outgoing personality and sense of keeping it fun. It should come as no surprise that he naturally worked his way through nearly every position in Cub Scouting, some of which he is still active with today, despite his sons moving on to the Scouts BSA and venturing. John still found time to establish a venturing crew for his chartering organization 5 years ago. Outside of his duties for each of the units, John has served as district popcorn chair and helped manage a district camporee or two. At the council level, John has been the council cope and climbing director, and he taught cope and climbing at national camp schools. He has served as the Cub Scout Dean at the University of Scouting, served on staff for Kodiak, Wood Badge, and Cub Camp. John has coached numerous football and baseball teams at the community level, ran an after-school program for youth learning Taekwondo, and became a black belt volunteer instructor at the World Taekwondo Academy in Rockford. John is both proud and honored to be presented the Silver Beaver Award by his longtime scouting friend, Brian Reiners.
Hello, sir.
Hi, Mary.
I would like to say congratulations.
Thank you.
It's an honor to have you a part of this class of 2021 Silver Beaver.
It's an honor to be here.
Maybe a lot of people don't know, you're a magician as well as a juggler.
The thing with magic is giving somebody something that they don't expect. Pull out a rubber band, wrap it around two fingers like that, and they say, now watch carefully, because it happens very fast. Boom, and it switches fingers just like that. Now, some of the kids are like,
Do it again.
do it again. Thank you, little kid. Another rubber band. And what I do with that rubber band is we'll do the same trick, but it'll get a little more complicated. See, the red ones are on my pinky finger, and the non-red ones are on my pointer finger. So if you watch carefully, it happens just as quick. Boom, they now switch spots. And I get asked all the time, well, you're cheating. You're manipulating the rubber bands. So then what we do is we put a third one, so there's no possible way that a rubber band could come out. And I just tell them the same thing. Now watch carefully, because it happens really quick. Boom. And they switch sides.
Thank you so much. I am just so honored to know you, as well as to say thank you for giving what you do for scouting.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, John. What a great job.
I'm stuck.
Brian, you're stuck.
I'm
I was
stuck.
going to talk about Kirch's Taekwondo, but I think we need to get you some help.
Can we move on?
Yes.
Can we go on to the next Eagle Scholarship Award recipient?
Yes, our next Eagle Scholarship recipient is...
This year's Eagle Scout of the Year second place finalist and $3,000 scholarship recipient is Lauren Verwig, Troop 5384. Lauren currently serves as Vice Chief of Membership in the OA Lodge and has served multiple times on Grey Wolf staff. She is a National Honor Society member and co-captain of her swim team. She is also active in band and theater. She was also a tutor for Sunday school teachers at her church. She is thinking of attending the University of Minnesota Twin Cities, pursuing a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering, and to use what she learns to go into the biomedical field, working on human prosthetics.
You talked about the hairs on your arm sticking up.
Isn't she amazing?
Amazing. You know, this has been an incredible year.
It really has.
Great, ups, downs, but a spectacular up.
Yes, and youth like this, they come from units that embody scouting. Our next recipient, Jenny Veit, is another scouter who started in a boys' troop as a leader, who started a girls' troop, and in a time where scouting can be very difficult, virtual this, virtual that, Jenny's unit is not only flourishing, but it continues to grow, and young women are seeking this unit to become a member of.
Let's take a look.
Jenny currently serves as the Scoutmaster for Troop 7071 in Woodbury. Previously, as a Cub Scout leader, she chaired the pack committee, as well as taking lead on multiple Pinewood Derby, Rain Gutter Regatta, and crossover events. Jenny has led many trips to the Boundary Waters canoe area, and she has assisted with preparations for attending Philmont Scout Ranch many times. She was instrumental in developing her district's Scouting 101, a program that allows Webelos Scouts to enjoy a day of camporee-style skills instruction and games. She also serves as District Activities Chair and Council Klondike Derby Chair. Outside of Scouting, Jenny generously volunteers at St. Peter's Lutheran Church as a Sunday school teacher, vacation Bible school instructor, and helps with their Valentine's Day dinner and Easter breakfasts. Jenny demonstrates her strong faith and reverence in Scouting, serving as a counselor for the God and Family and God and Church religious emblems for numerous youth. Not only has she served as a room parent for New Life Academy School, she also was a part of the team leading the annual auction gala at St. Croix Montessori School for the past 7 years. The Silver Beaver is presented tonight by her son, Charlie Veit.
Hi, Jenny.
Hi, Mary.
It is such an honor to have you a part of this year's Silver Beaver class. Thank you for all that you do in scouting. Here in the middle of a pandemic, in a time where people are conducting their scout meetings through virtual on-screen opportunities, not really being able to go out there and get the game done. How are you guys growing your unit?
We've continued to meet. We've continued to do different activities, and if that means that, okay, now we're going to meet outside instead of in the church, then that's what we're going to do. If it means, okay, now we're going to have some space between us and maybe fewer numbers, then that's what we're going to do, and find a way to be successful. And I think when the leadership is enthusiastic about the program, the girls naturally, the scouts naturally are excited about it too. And so we have just, we had a fantastic year, pandemic aside, but we had a great year. We accomplished a lot of rank advancements, and the girls experienced new challenges. We went backpacking, we did canoe camping on the Namakagon. We've had a great year.
Thank you so much for the opportunity to learn and share your wonderful scouting experiences with us.
Thank you.
Good luck for your Philmont and the future growth of your unit. And thank you again for serving in the Northern Star Scouting.
Thank you, Mary.
You're welcome.
Wow. That makes me want to watch the extended interview.
Well, you know what else is going to make you want to watch it? You've got to see something when she talks about her special fishing poles.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's all I'm going to say.
Okay. She's such an advocate for scouting.
She really is. Great Scoutmaster. And you know, I would like to introduce you to another great Scoutmaster. His name is Rich Greiner, and he has been not only a Scoutmaster of his unit, but he's also been a Scoutmaster for 2 national jamborees.
Rich currently serves as an assistant scoutmaster with Troop 082. Starting in scouting, he continued as a Tiger Cub coach, while at the same time taking on additional roles as assistant Cub master, den leader, and pack trainer, working his way to Scouts BSA. Rich has served in numerous other capacities at the district and council level, with an emphasis on training and, most important to him, currently as a member of the Special Needs and Disabilities Committee and as an Eagle Scout coach. Rich has served as an assistant scoutmaster and scoutmaster for 2 National Scout Jamborees, where he now also serves as a member of the council committee. With extensive wood badge experience, Rich served as a course director for this past fall's 2020 wood badge course. Rich is a longtime volunteer for Toys for Tots, volunteering for Holy Spirit Church and School, packaging Meals on Wheels at Cretin-Durham Hall High School, and he also managed the clothing drive on behalf of the Salvation Army. And that's not all. Rich and his family have sponsored families in Adopt a Family for the Holidays program. At the Cathedral in St. Paul, Rich has volunteered as a marriage enhancement counselor, providing emotional and spiritual support for separated and divorced individuals. Rich was instrumental in the evolution and transitioning of the program from the Cathedral to its current location at Holy Spirit Church in St. Paul. Silver Beaver Award is presented by its eldest daughter and longtime scouting companion, Katie Greiner.
Congratulations, Rich. We're really happy to have you a part of the 2021 Northern Star Council class of Silver Beavers.
Thank you. I'm very honored.
I would like you to share with me some of the really important aspects of being a Scoutmaster for a national or world jamboree.
Well, I think one of the important things is even though it's a fairly short time with the unit, you get a chance to make an impression. It's a little different than a traditional unit, but you get to leave long-lasting impacts of uniforming and other things that they may not see in their normal unit. So you have the ability to leave a legacy with them and kind of reside in their mind or give them good memories of the Jamboree experience.
Having the leadership that you do, a lot of people may not realize the active involvement that you have towards special needs scouting. How has that piece impacted your participation as a Scoutmaster for a Jamboree?
Well, it's been very enlightening. I learned a long time ago that you can't judge a book by its cover, or you can't judge a scout just by how they're acting at that moment. That there are other factors, and it may be special needs or other things. But you can't go into it knowing what the situation is until you get to know that scout and have a chance to interact with them. And you may never understand what the reason really is, but it's given me the chance and the opportunity to experience each scout for who they are. And it helps me to keep an open mind in dealing with both scouts and adults, or youth and adults in that respect. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, and again, congratulations, and
Thanks.
I hope you have a terrific day.
Thank you. Enjoyed this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great guy.
Another amazing scouter.
He really is. Just a terrific Scoutmaster.
And such an advocate for the kids.
Yes.
Now, I know Rich a little bit.
Oh, yes.
And, he comes across as very stoic.
Yes.
Very quiet.
Very serious.
But he does have a bit of that jokester, trickster side, which I can appreciate.
And I'd like to hear more after.
I'll tell you after this.
Oh, terrific. How about if we move into hearing about our first place Eagle Scholarship recipient?
Oh, I'm excited.
I'm really excited because this year the first place recipient earns $5,000. Let's go ahead.
This year's Eagle Scout of the Year, $5,000 scholarship first place recipient is Bill Catola, Troop 9419. Bill is a Vigil Honor member and chapter chief in the Order of the Arrow. He was captain of his football and track teams and a member of the wrestling team. He also played on the chess team. He was a two-time all-conference band member and is an active advocate for the Association for Non-Smokers of Minnesota, an organization focused on protecting Minnesotans from the dangers of tobacco. He'll be attending Bemidji State University in the fall and aspires to be a surgeon or anesthesiologist after medical school because he wants to help people and provide relief and ease their suffering.
Now that is quite a scouting resume.
It is, isn't it? And you know what I feel? When I hear about all the recipients of the Eagle Scholarships, I feel like my future is in some really good hands.
I agree. I do agree.
And speaking of good hands, our next Silver Beaver recipient, Lori Danielson, she's very humble about this, but she is like the most sought after Eagle mentor for her district, yes. And she talks a bit about it in her interview.
Right.
Let's go ahead and listen.
Lori currently serves as the Assistant District Commissioner for District G, and she also serves as a committee member for Troop 226, a merit badge counselor, an Eagle Scout coach, and a mentor. She brings with her almost 2 decades of scouting service. She is actively involved in the Lower St. Croix Valley Yellow Ribbon Alliance, which brings together scouting, local fire departments, area churches, and community residents in recognizing veterans, service members, and their families. Lori supports local foster care programs in providing luggage for foster children during their placements. She has also been involved with SAVE, Suicide Awareness Voices of Education. Organizing events and helping to raise money for this cause, Lori has helped provide awareness and resources used in the local community and schools for materials and programs about this tragic issue in our society. In addition, Lori and her family volunteer for their local food shelf, as well as book fairs, spaghetti dinners, and school carnivals at Afton Lakeland Elementary School. Tonight, Lori is honored to be presented for her Silver Beaver Award by Scout Associate Mark Salman.
Congratulations. We're very excited that you're a part of the Silver Beaver class for 2021. I've got to start with something I am so excited when I heard about. You are a very sought after Eagle advisor. Can you share some of that with us?
I don't know, sought after would be the words, but
you were described by others as
others. It's well, for me, it's a very rewarding thing to be an Eagle mentor coach. A lot of the scouts that I have mentored, I've known for many years, and it's truly remarkable, and I feel always honored when they ask me to be, one of their Eagle coaches. I love working with youth. I love watching them, gain skills, leadership especially, and just being part of their journey is very rewarding to me personally, and ultimately at the end, seeing them when they, earn the rank of Eagle is just very, I'm always honored to be a part of that with them.
And what I find amazing is how everything that you do and you're involved in is making people feeling comfortable, making comfortable where they're at, and circling around, and just that whole mentoring piece is, I see why you're the sought after Eagle advisor. I absolutely do. Oh my
I try to be.
Congratulations. We are so excited that you were a part of this class of Silver Beavers. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and I'm very honored to be part of it.
Oh, we're glad that you're here today. You have a terrific day.
Thank you.
Another great volunteer.
Much so. Wow.
I know. Are we lucky?
I know.
I know. And you know what I really felt? I felt a little camaraderie with her.
Why is that?
Because she is currently in the travel industry and I used to be in the travel industry.
That's
yeah,
right.
so we had a little sisterhood thing going on. But also, she and the extended interview portion talks a little bit about what to do with your unused luggage.
You're not going to tell me.
I'm not going to tell you.
I got to watch.
You got to check it out.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's go to our next Silver Beaver recipient.
Okay, let's do it.
I believe that is
Tom Devine.
Tom Devine.
Yes. Let's hear about Tom.
Tom is the member of the Northern Star Council Executive Board. For many years, he has been a tireless fundraiser for the council. Tom was an active leader with PAC 460 and Troop 346 in Minnetonka. He was an adult leader and Triple Crown Award winner as an Assistant Scoutmaster, going on treks to Philmont, Northern Tier, Cockpick, and the Bahamas Sea Base. Tom is a lifetime volunteer at the University of Minnesota. As a member of the Board of Regents, he served on the Finance, Litigation, Facilities Committees, and Faculty, Staff, and Student Affairs Committee. Under his guidance, the Sigma Alpha Epsilon fraternity chapter at the university was twice awarded the Zeal Award, given to the top SAE chapter in the country. Tom is also an active member of St. Martin's by the Lake Episcopal Church. He works closely with the bishop in resolving higher level issues with the diocese. Tom also volunteers with the Lotus Lake Conservation Organization, promoting youth training and summer job opportunities for students to learn about safeguarding our natural water resources. Congratulations, Tom, and thanks for all you do for Scouting.
Congratulations, Tom. We're excited that you're here today.
Yeah, thank you very much.
What an honor it is to have you a part of the 2021 Silver Beaver class for the Northern Star Scouting.
Well, it's an honor. It's a great honor to be a part of that group, and I'm very appreciative of the council for this recognition and award.
I'd like you to tell me what your most meaningful experience in Scouting has been.
I've been involved in Scouting all my life, and without question, the thing that I've probably enjoyed the most has been mentoring Eagle Scouts and being involved with that activity. You bring them along, and there's nothing more gratifying to see them achieve the Eagle Scout rank. And it's one of the things I've enjoyed absolutely the most out of my Scouting experiences.
Now, you had mentioned mentoring, and I saw that you were an advisor to, is it your alumni fraternity?
Yes.
Is at the University of Minnesota?
Yeah, here at the University of Minnesota. One of the things that's been interesting is that people that gravitate, there's often a lot of scouts that are in the Greek system at the University of Minnesota.
Yes.
And both male and female, Girl Scouts in that regard. And obviously we'll now watch in the future here women that have been involved in Scouting. But a lot of times those people are the people that gravitate into leadership roles. And so it's even easier to deal with those people that have been through a Scouting experience as they go through leadership roles at the University of Minnesota. And typically they're involved in not only in the SAE experience, but they're involved in other leadership roles on campus.
Right.
And it's very rewarding to see see them apply the skills that they learn in Scouting as part of their university experience before they graduate.
Right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
You know, Mary, it's always interesting to see how someone is, so entrenched in Scouting and does so much for Scouting, but then kind of moves up to that next level, post-secondary education at the U of M and working with youth.
I know. To me, it was so much fun listening to him because he talked about the Greek system and how involved he is with sororities and fraternities. But then you also think how he also has always been so involved in the high adventure bases that are around the country, as well as he still is connected with a lot of the scouts that he had when he was a Scoutmaster.
Oh, that's great.
I know, I know.
So on to the next thing.
The next thing, and I think you are the one that did a little research.
I think I did.
The William H. Spurgeon Award is the highest recognition for individuals and organizations contributing significant leadership to the Exploring program. As a program, Exploring connects young people with organizations in the community and leverages organizational resources to provide activities that help youth grow, develop, and pursue their special interests. In Northern Star Scouting, This award is presented annually at the Community Builder Celebration.
So how about that?
That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
we need to see some of those recipients.
Exactly. On to our next Silver Beaver recipient.
Yes, Lisa Fix.
Okay.
Lisa is a lady after my own heart because she likes to do what I like to do, a little shopping every now and then.
All right.
Let's hear about
Sounds
it.
good.
Lisa is a member of our council's training committee, and she also serves as the Scouts BSA Dean for the University of Scouting. As a dedicated unit committee member, Lisa offered key support for fundraising, community service projects, and camp out planning. In addition, she took on her troop's Friends of Scouting campaign and managed their Christmas tree sales line. Lisa was a volunteer with the River Valley Girl Scouts. Lisa served as a co-service unit manager. She helped develop age-appropriate activities for older girls, greatly increasing their membership and older Scout retention rates. She was instrumental in organizing a Pinewood Derby for the local Girl Scouts, overseeing the youth and fundraising, awards, and concessions. Lisa works with numerous booster clubs, including theater, choir, speech and debate, sports teams, and manning concession stands for her community schools, while at the same time managing her son's traveling soccer team. Passionately, throughout the school year, Lisa purchases and donates socks, food, and other school items of need, such as backpacks, pencils, notebooks, markers, and other classroom supplies to aid in need youth. The Silver Beaver Award is presented by Scouting friend and co-worker Jessica Hahn.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
What an honor, and we are really excited for you today. Have you been having fun today?
Absolutely. It's been fun meeting each of the groups.
I peeked at your biography, and I'm wondering if you could share a little bit about what you do. I mean, we all like to shop, but I hear you're a bargain shopper, and you do more than just bring your little finds home.
Yes. I love school. I love school supplies. I love shopping for them, especially when they're on sale. And if I can get a bunch of things that are on clearance and bring them into elementary school, Southview Elementary, where my two kids went, it makes me happy. It makes me happy to be able to give something easy for somebody else. That means a lot.
I think that's outstanding. So let me ask you, do you go to a variety of different stores, or do you have some special little?
Well, in the August, September, they have all the sales. I mean, we were at Target, but Office Max was great. That's actually where I found $5 backpacks that were really nice.
Oh my gosh.
You know, pick up 8 of them, boom, you got 8 happy kids.
Oh my gosh, what a great way to give to the kids.
Yeah.
Congratulations. We are very excited to have you in the class of 2021 Silver Beavers.
Thank you so
much. For the Northern Star Scouting. So
thank you, Mary.
Thank you.
You know, isn't it great when someone can take something that they love
Yes.
and go with it and give so much to community?
I think it's so exciting.
That's
and you know what?
fantastic.
Our next recipient has given a lot to his community as well.
That's right. Our next recipient is Jeff Brock.
That's right.
All right.
Jeff currently serves as the District Advancement Chairman for District F. He was recruited into Scouting when his son joined Cub Scouts. He served 2 years as an Assistant Cub Master. As his son ascended through the Scouting program, so did Jeff. He served 11 years as an Assistant Scoutmaster and a 3-year term as Scoutmaster. Jeff has sat on numerous Eagle Scout boards of review, and he coached countless Scouts as they worked through their Eagle Scout projects. He has generously offered his private business warehouse as a staging site for numerous wreath, popcorn, and flower sales fundraisers. At the district level, Jeff serves on the kitchen staff for Order of the Arrow events. He has been a member of the district committee. He spent several years on roundtable staff, and he was a unit commissioner. In addition to scouting, Jeff is an active community volunteer. He's a roadie, or jack of all trades, for the Forest Lake Drumline. He repairs drum equipment and fabricates show props in his mechanical shop. He is a parent volunteer with the Forest Lake Girls Athletics Association traveling softball team. For the past 11 years, Jeff has volunteered at Ruby's Pantry, a community food shelf sponsored by Forest Hills Methodist Church. He also helps coordinate waffle breakfasts, fish fry fundraisers, and parades for the Lions Club, American Legion, and the VFW. The Silver Beaver Award is presented by his friend and scouting mentor, Rob Flickinger.
Congratulations, Jeff.
Thank you, Mary.
We're really happy that you're here today, and what an adventure I hope you're having.
Oh, it's wonderful.
What has been your most memorable experience in scouting?
I co-led our camping trip up to Mini Point one year, and Paul Drinkowitz and I led the troop. And we had quite a few scouts in it then, you know, we're up to 50-some scouts in our troop, so we had a good turnout for our camp. And Paul and I decided that we were going to add something to our Mini Point camping trip. So we went up took an afternoon off when we weren't busy at scout camp and took the whole crew up to Itasca State Park to see the beginning of the Mississippi River headwaters. And the scouts still talk about it today.
That's fantastic. So it's not only your memorable experience, but it's a lot of scouts as well.
Correct.
That is absolutely tremendous. Well, thank you. Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
It's an honor.
Whew, I'm exhausted.
I know.
He
Isn't
does
it?
so much.
He does. Isn't it amazing how much our volunteers give to the community as well as to scouting? You always wonder what happened to 1 hour a week.
Yeah, right.
I know,
exactly.
I know,
That's
I know.
fantastic.
We have one more recipient, is that right?
Yes, we do. Our final Silver Beaver recipient tonight.
I'm very excited to hear her interview with you.
Oh, I am too. And actually, we have something in common, the three of us.
Oh,
but
we do?
Our final recipient tonight
Okay.
is Carrie Buerhus. And take a listen.
Carrie is the current president of Northern Star Council. Before she assumed this role, she served in several positions on the council board of directors and in leadership roles in the president's cabinet. Before Carrie became active at Northern Star Scouting, she was involved in her son's scouting unit while they lived in Atlanta, Georgia. In 2019, Carrie completed a 6-year term on the Board of Regents at St. Olaf College in Northville, Minnesota. She was a member of several committees of the Board of Regents, including the Marketing Task Force. For her community service and her dedicated service to scouting, Northern Star Scouting is proud to recognize Carrie with the Silver Beaver Award. The Silver Beaver Award is presented to Carrie by Bill Brody. Congratulations, Carrie.
Carrie, can I say it is definitely a pleasure to meet you. And might I extend just heartfelt congratulations on this honor and being part of the class of 2021 Silver Beavers. You've also put a lot of effort into making a difference in higher education. If I were to say the words "umyaya" to you, what does that mean?
That is the St. Olaf fight song, and I'm sure you don't want me to sing the whole thing, but I sure could. It was a real honor and privilege to serve on the St. Olaf Board of Regents.
Okay, Carrie, as we wrap up this interview, what would you like to say to the volunteers or leaders or youth of Northern Star Council?
I would like to say thank you. You are making an incredible difference in the lives of young people, and you don't even know how much you're helping them grow into adulthood and the impact you'll have as they move through their lives. Thank you for that. And also, I wanted to say thank you for persevering during a time when scouting has had some difficult moments. And I know it's not easy to see us go through what we're going through right now. And I am confident that because of the volunteers that I've met and that I've experienced, that scouting will remain strong. We'll get through these difficult times, and the work you do will continue. So thank you. Thank you for perseverance. Thank you for patience. Thank you for believing in the scouting program. And thank you for everything you're doing that's going to make a difference in the lives of young people.
I want to thank you, for giving the time for this interview. And again, hearty congratulations on this honor, and all the best to you and your family, in the future. So thank you very much, Carrie.
Thank you so much. It's been fun talking with you.
So accomplished, so well spoken.
I'm so excited to see this interview.
Yes. And before this interview,
Yes.
I said the three of us have something
Yes,
in common. And you know
we
what that
sure
is?
do.
It's we all come from St. Olaf. We sure
are the real stuff. Our team is the cream of the college is great.
Ya ya, ya ya.
Cut! You guys, cut! Just roll the camping promo.
3, 2, 1, go!
So I'm ready to go to Cub Camp. How about you?
I am too.
I mean, our singing was pretty darn awesome,
know.
even though the film crew wasn't.
We got chastised.
We
That's
did.
okay,
We
that's
did.
okay. I will tell you though, that promo
Yes,
just lifts my heart.
it does.
And
mine
I will
too.
tell you, my heart is lifted. My bucket is full. Tonight has been wonderful.
It has been fantastic to get to know new people, to be introduced to so many new ways to serve scouts, scouters, and people in our community.
Doesn't this just energize you?
I am so excited because I think we are all ready for a great future.
Yes. Oh, this has been great. The stories, the songs,
The people,
the people.
youth and adults.
Fantastic.
It's
night.
been fun with you, Brian,
It
too.
has, Mary. Thank you very much.
Yaya.
Yeah. And thank you all for participating tonight and honoring all of the recipients. that
And
we've
don't
talked to.
forget, we've given you some hints. Head down to those.
Extended interviews.
Yeah. Good night.
Good night.
And now we know who we are and what we do. These women and men are who we are and what we do. And you are too. You are all heroes, like these honorees. We all change lives in the most vital way possible by raising strong children. 2021 will tell us some very important things. It's going to tell us about whether we will survive. We will, even if it's only at the pack, troop, crew, and den level. But we will. Northern Star Scouting will remain strong. COVID will change the world, and the National Council's business bankruptcy will make scouting different forevermore too. But that's the way it always has been. Change marches on, and a prepared mind and a prepared team can tackle it and come out strong on the other side for the sake of our mission and the children we serve. What we do matters more than any other metric, and what we do is what we must celebrate and do it well together. Thank you for everything that you do on behalf of young people through Scouting.
So Donna, how many council dinners have you been in charge of?
I would believe this would be my 6th and my 2nd experience with virtual, and we will be ever so grateful if next year we once again can be at the Golden Valley Country Club in person.
I think there's a lot of people who feel the same way as you do. Seeing as this has been the 2nd virtual experience, what has been the highlight of all 6 years?
No question, each time there's such an amazing group of Silver Beavers. Everybody has a story. Everyone has so many interesting things they've done outside of Scouting.
And I think this year we've really had an opportunity to hone in on the variety across the board. In and out of Scouting, in and out of the country, the state, the local communities that these people serve in. It's been really an impactful evening, I think, of information.
It's really been amazing. Everybody has a story to tell, and we're so blessed this year with a volunteer team that really invested a lot of time to make this a premier event and really spotlight our volunteers and hear their stories and be able to share them with all of the folks that are watching this evening and celebrating Northern Star Scouting volunteers.
What would you like to say in terms of some closing words for this wonderful day?
First off, I would like to just say thank you so much for taking the time to join us for this virtual presentation. It's so meaningful to all of the volunteers that were recognized today to have the support of the community from Northern Star Scouting. There's just so many awesome people that have taken time to help put this event together. Our committee is absolutely amazing. We've worked together a number of years, and each year we get some new faces that are adding to, and this year we have this whole video component that we didn't have before, and it's just so meaningful in what we can do to put together a really special program. So I'm excited that we've been able to bring that to you. I'm excited that everyone can see this and see the stories of all our Silver Beavers, and I really, really look forward to what's going to be in the future and where we'll be. But I just want to really thank everyone for their support if you put together a Silver Beaver sponsorship, but just to be a part of this event to support our great volunteers in Northern Star Council.
Thanks, Donna.
Thank you, Donna.
Thank you, Donna.
Thanks, Donna. Thank you, Donna.
Thank you, Donna.
Thanks, Donna.
Thank you, Donna.
Thanks, Donna.
Thanks, Donna.
Donna, thank you very much for everything. Very much appreciated.
So I would like to now do what we've always done at the end of every council dinner, and we come together as a group and sing Scoutmasters. Softly falls the light of day as our campfire fades away. Silently each scout should ask, have I done my daily task? Have I kept my honor bright? Can I guiltless sleep tonight? Have I done and have I dared everything to be prepared. And now, may the great master of all scouts be with us till we meet again in person. Thank you for coming, everyone. Scout on.